Let's talk about war's economic fallout. It's a brutal domino effect, and it always starts somewhere specific. You might think it's just chaos, but it's not. War destroys an economy in a scarily predictable way. So here's the first big hit. On average, 10 years of conflict knocks 12% right off a country's GDP. But that's just the headline number. The real rot starts somewhere much deeper, with credit and investment.
Yep, it nearly always kicks off in the financial sector. It's the first domino built entirely on trust.
The moment fighting starts, confidence just evaporates. People panic, pulling cash, and credit markets completely freeze. And this isn't theory. We've seen it play out from Ukraine to Syria. But what happens next? Okay, let's trace this chain reaction. The financial freeze is just the trigger for a total meltdown. First, finance freezes. Next, the lights go out. Energy grids get targeted, crippling, well, everything. Then, supply chains get shattered. Ports are blocked, roads are battlefields, and shelves go empty. Fast. And this quote nails it. Food insecurity isn't some side effect. It's a direct result of this collapse. Finally, the very social fabric starts to rip apart. Think hospitals, schools. They're next to go.
I mean, look at Sudan. In some conflict zones, 70 to 80% of hospitals are just gone, non-functional.
And it's not just Sudan. This is a devastatingly consistent pattern we see in conflict zones everywhere. But it's so important to remember, these aren't just statistics. They represent an unbelievable human cost. We're talking over 100 million people forced from their homes because of violence and conflict. Staggering. And the research is crystal clear. Women and children always bear the heaviest burden in these collapses. You're looking at an entire generation's future just erased. This is human capital wiped out for decades. So how do you recover from this? Well, the road back is incredibly long. You're not talking years. You're talking decades, sometimes more than a full generation, to rebuild the basics. When you see it laid out like this, prevention versus recovery, the takeaway is painfully obvious. It really is this simple. The best economic policy is simply avoiding the war in the first place. Which, of course, leaves us with one last really tough question to think about, right?